Giving you story after story, everything is true. Some things are kinda scary, so what you gonna do? Cause that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes we spit scripture, line upon line, not discussing wickedness, but what is divine. And
yes sir, yes sir. Tales from the Sipp. Yes sir, yes sir. Tales from the Sipp, episode 80. Yes sir. Yeah, got a special one I want to tell you about today. This is episode 80. My mother's advice. Yeah. Yeah. Now this is what happened. See, back in the day, I say I was like 20 years old. So at the time, I was 19. 19, I was 20. I was 20. So I was staying with my parents, at the time, you know what I'm saying? Before I moved out, got my own crib. But I was staying with my parents. So I had this job. I was working at this spot called Big Lots. You know what I'm saying? And I was working there. And then so I made little chump change an hour, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't much. It was a little bit above minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no hard job. You know what I'm saying? This was, back in, you know what I'm saying? The This was in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working at this spot and it was pretty, all right job and everything, we ain't pay a lot of money, but I still had the job there, you know what I'm saying? You know, had my little hustle on the side too. But I had that job. And so I think I worked there maybe about 2 months, you know what I'm saying? And when I was working there, you know what I'm saying, to one period of time, I said, man, tired of working at this job. I ain't making no money. So let me backtrack. I was 21 when I was working at that job. I was 21. Yeah. So this what happened. Like I said, I was working there a couple months. And then, I said, man, I'm tired of working at the job. I'm about to quit this bull crap, man. Wasn't making no money. A little bit above minimum wage. At the time, minimum wage, I think minimum wage back then was like $5.75, something like that. 5.15, 5.75, something like that. But anyway, I'm working at the job, man. I got tired of not making no money. So I quit. And when you quit a job, they hold back a week or whatever. So you're going to end up having to go back, get your last check. So I go back to get my last check, and there was a lady there. You know what I'm saying? She was like the general manager or whatever. So I went back, I got my check. Check was short 8 whole hours. So I'm like, man, they ain't paying me for a whole day. So you know what I'm saying, I get my check, man, I go and go up there to the office. I asked for the lady. She come out and I was telling her, my check was short, 8 hours. She said, she just looked at me, just walked off. I'm like, what? So I sat there for a minute. And then she, just didn't say nothing or tell me nothing. So I got angry. Man. I left that place. I said, okay, you saying you ain't gonna pay me? I went and asked again. Feel like I ain't studying what you talking about, Nick. You know what I'm talking about? I said, oh, okay. So I left. Went to up my mom and dad's house, and I was going in the closet and getting that rifle out of there. But when I went in that closet, I said, I'm finna kill everything in there. If they don't want to pay me my money, they can pay the hospital. Well, I felt about it. And the thing is, to this day, I know it would have been wrong to do that. I know one thing that the Most High was looking out for me at the time. He was looking out for them too. And for some reason, my mama caught me when I was going in that closet to get that rifle. She like, what you doing? I said, hey, these people owe me some money at this job. They don't want to pay me. So, hey, I got to do what I got to do. But my mama stopped me. Said, no, hey, what you think you doing? You ain't finna go down there and do that. Blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you this. My mama is like 5'1". Now, I'm 5'11". So, she's standing, but she gave me a bit of wisdom that day. And she telling me, is it really worth you going and doing that and end up spending the rest of your life in prison behind $40, $50? Cause think about it. Okay, just imagine you pay. I'll make it $6 an hour. 6 times 8 ain't but $48. When they take out tax, you might well say it's $40. So I done went up in there, shot up a bunch of people. I was gonna hit that woman first, cause she shouldn't have just walked off and just listened. What I'm saying, cut me my money. But I'd have went to prison for the rest of my life. Maybe got on death row for $40. And I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it. It was no doubt in my mind. I left that place. I went up my mom and dad's house. I went in that closet and got that rifle. But she caught me when I was going in the closet. Stopped me. What are you doing? Now, you may say, that was kind of extreme, Hundo, for you to do all that. But hey, I really, I don't like nobody trying to get over on me. It wasn't the fact of it was, $40. It's the fact that you trying to take it from me. And I work for it, but you don't want to pay me. So I end up putting the rifle back in the closet. I didn't go down there and do nothing, but I was steaming. I was mad, man. I kept on thinking in my mind, I need to go down there and do it. But I didn't do it. Because my mama talked to me, let me know, you finna do all that for $40 And then I used to make money, man. I could have hustled and made that in like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But just the principle of it, man. But, I ended up not doing it. I think most I didn't do it. I was kind of hot head back in the day. But, I ain't play by my money, man. You know what I'm saying? And until this day, I let a lot of stuff go, man, because you know I look at the fact of what could happen if I did it, and what could, and the fact that it's really not that much to be throwing my life away for. Moral of the story is think about what you do before you do it. Think about there's consequences to everything you do. And I like to tell you this. Thank the Most High that you got a mother, a father, aunt, uncle, whoever that is the voice of reason that can stop you from making the worst mistake of your life and throwing your life away, making a big decision over a small situation. But that is Tales from the Sipp, episode 80. Be on the lookout for episode 81. Yes, sir. Till next time, peace out.
That's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes your boy may go way back in the day, talk about experiences and the games that he played. And that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Hey.